you've seen the trailer put out a little bit ago, like not today or anything, but it was like a few, maybe days ago, by Amazon Prime or The Wonder Project, you'll realize that something new is coming out, and it's something that seems to be very excited. Very excited. And what it is a show, like a TV series about David, David from the Bible. That's who it's about. And it's called House of David. And I could almost say that House of David, it comes out February 27th. Not that long from now. About a month, which we've seen a trailer of it, so that's good. It seems like it's going to be good. And I just had to fix the tripod real quick, but it seems like it's going to be a really good show. And also, it's going to be like The Chosen, only it's a David movie, or it's a David series. They use creative license and all this stuff like The Chosen, but they use creative license just like The Chosen, as we know. But there is some differences, obviously, and we'll talk about those. There is some differences to the House of David series and The Chosen. And there's some differences between House of David and other shows that we've seen in the past. And the differences between the differences between House of David and The Chosen. And there's one main, huge one. And that is The Chosen is about the life of Jesus. House of David is about the life of David. And when you really look into, the storylines of The Chosen and of House of David, you'll realize that there are two really important biblical stories that are being brought to life through creative license. And thanks. The House of David is something I'm actually looking forward to the most that's coming out here in a little bit, this coming year or whatever. Even more so than The Chosen Season 5. I'm more excited for House of David than I am The Chosen Season 5. I don't know. It might be because it's something new. But, The Chosen Season 5 is the whole Holy Week, and all that. And so far, because we've seen the trailer, that's really all we've seen of it, or all we've been able to see of it, because nothing's really out about it yet. But I don't know what I was saying, but one thing that I like about House of David is the the actor who plays David is one of them that I really like, and the actor that plays his brother. But anyway, or maybe it's not his brother, but it's somebody. Maybe it's not David's brother, but it's somebody within the it's in the trailer. I mean, and I like how a lot of them how they act. And I feel like the casting was, whoever did the casting did it really really well. And some people out there were saying that they thought or they think that it's not going to be good. You know, people always have, you know, negative reviews on certain things like that. And, you know, they're just, somebody's always out to get, you know, certain things like that. And, it just, I don't know, something about House of David and The Chosen, you know, kind of go along together because they're biblical stories. But they're biblical stories, and obviously we can see that this with The Chosen, but hopefully with House of David as well, that make an impact on people's lives, not just because it's a show about David, or not just because it's a show about, you know, Joseph. There's a Joseph one coming out. Not just because of it's a show about them, but because God is using these shows to fulfill, to exist, so that way, what God, people can come to know Jesus, hopefully through these shows, and hopefully the creative license isn't used a little bit too much. Hopefully, people can still get the message, and I believe they can. So far through The Chosen, and so far, I mean, from what we've seen, I feel like people will be able to with House of David as well. If you want to say anything in the comments, you may. That's if you want to say something in the comments. And so let me know, which one are you most excited for? House of David or The Chosen Season 5? Put it in the comment section. And I really hope somebody does put that in the comment section. Okay, so the question is, which one do you like better? House of David or The Chosen Season 5? Which one are you more excited for? All that stuff out of those two specifically, or those two specific projects, which one are you most excited for? Not really and why. I just want to know which one out of those are you more excited for out of those two. Now we can go on and on about different things that I've seen in the trailer of House of David. But before we continue, if you have not watched the trailer, you might want to. I'm not saying that there will be spoilers. There could possibly be to the trailer, spoilers to the trailer, but if you haven't watched the trailer, I encourage you to watch the trailer on Prime Video's page or the Wonder Project's page. And go subscribe to the Wonder Project as well. So, watch the trailer. And I don't know my favorite part of the trailer at all. I think I just like it all. I think it's all pretty good. And yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. I don't think I have a specific favorite part to the trailer. Okay, so with House of David, Actually, I'm going to pull it up real quick. So House of David. Let me know what you're most excited for about specifically the show, or the show House of David. So get on the trailer real quick. And the first scene we see, I hope you actually follow it along on a device of your own, is David is like, or I believe this is David, and hopefully you're following along. David is standing on like this, shore or whatever it is, looking out into the water with like trees all around him. It looks like this beautiful place where he's at. And you could just see, the camera, the visual effects, the cinematography, all of that looks really great in this part as we can see it now. And if you just looked at this picture, you'd be able to tell, honestly, in my opinion, that this movie is going to be great. If you just looked at this picture, and hopefully you're on the trailer with me, on Prime Video or Wonder Project. But it's being put out and streamed on Prime Video only. House of David will only be on Prime Video. So I just want you to know that. So we just looked at this, part right here. And then we're going to break this down as it goes. And then it shows, this blurry person. And I believe it's David. And he's walking. And it kind of zooms in on these rocks, these stones. And then he picks a stone up. So that's probably him getting his stones from to fight Goliath. And he looks up, probably thinking about what he has to do. And then it shows... Hold on a minute. And then it shows like a battle type, setting here. And, Israel's right there. And, the Philistines are probably all down below there, They have like the Israelites, I think, that looks like from the trailer. And hopefully you guys are on the trailer as well. It seems to me like the Israelites have the high ground on this fight, or on this whatever battle, if you'd want to call it that. And it just looks like a battle's about to happen in this scene. And then we can realize as we go on into the trailer, there's these soldiers that kind of part way. These soldier-looking people part way for this guy. And we can't see his face or anything, but you can tell he's way taller than the rest of everybody that's standing around there. And guess who it is? We probably all know it's Goliath, right? He has a big shield in his hand as well as a spear, and he's walking out to face the Israelites. And then we see these people, and it kind of keys in on these technically 3, but really 2 specific people, and we don't know who they are yet, according to this trailer, because it doesn't give it a whole lot of clues at all. But there's more, battle type scenes here. And then Goliath, he's kind of challenging David by the looks of this. And all the Philistines, the Israelites are just standing there watching what's going to happen, What's going to happen in this fight? David emerges from the Israelites. He steps up to the, plate, if you will. And then Goliath kind of glares at him. He's thinking, wow, you really going to send this little kid after me? You might want to rethink your champion choice here, But God doesn't rethink his choices. God knows what he is going to do. And when God says something, he will do it. In this situation, in the David and Goliath situation, and this is kind of like a Bible study type thing, as well, because I heard that you guys wanted that as well, a Bible study type one, and I'm going to talk about House of David and bring the Bible into it. And God doesn't second guess. God knows what's going to happen. God knows what he's going to do, and that's just how it's going to be. It's going to happen. He's going to do it. You know what I mean? And God didn't say, oh, yep, Goliath, he's a little kid, and we're just going to turn around and have somebody else come out here. No, because Goliath doesn't dictate what God does. We don't dictate what God does. We don't get to say what God does. We don't get to say, God, do this. And we should never expect him not that. He doesn't have to listen to us. He is, supreme. He is the creator of the world. And if it's in his will and we ask for it, then it will happen. But if it's not in his will, we probably know the outcome of that. So let's keep going on the trailer. Okay, David kind of, grabs his sling. He kind of starts running up, twirling his sling around. And then what happens? What do we know here? No, Goliath doesn't get hit yet. Okay, he doesn't die or whatever the case is. Yeah, he doesn't die yet. But I think the story of David's actually pretty interesting. If you ask me, David runs up, and you think he's going to get hit with you think Goliath's going to get hit with the stone, but right as you see that moment, it flashes back to when David's on the mountain playing his harp. That's really cool, isn't it? You're thinking, oh look, there's like so much suspense in this part here. When David is running up to Goliath with his sling, he's about to, hurl the stone at Goliath, and guess what happens? You go to this peaceful mountainside with David playing a harp. That's pretty cool. Hi, by the way. And then after that, you go to more harp playing. It looks like when David was a boy, his mother or whoever this is, we don't exactly know who this is, but somebody is playing the harp to David and singing, it looks like. David is walking up the mountain and he's tending a sheep because he was a shepherd. And then there's fighting that's going on. Maybe the mighty men, who knows? It could be flash forwards, maybe flashbacks. I don't know, but there's some fighting going on. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like David is clapping for something. David is talking, and then he goes into this building where it looks to be, well, unless it's just a tent, but it looks to be where a king is, and we know who that is, but with all of his subjects. And then we see this guy, this old guy with a cane or a staff or whatever. And hopefully you paused it at 57 seconds if you are watching the trailer with me. Hopefully you did that. So that way we can analyze this part. Who do we think that is? And hopefully if this is your guys' first time seeing this trailer, you'll know. Who is this guy? You won't know maybe that, but if you watch it before, you will know who this is. Who is this older guy? Okay. This older guy is a prophet. Okay, so, and when we unpause the trailer, we realize when he talks, we realize guess who it is, and then David's family's around him, and he kind of ducks down, and this person anoints him. So who would this be? Yes, Samuel is who it is. He anoints David, and then David, has this torch, and he turns around and he starts screaming. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that's about or any of that, but we'll know probably when it comes out, I'm guessing. And then it says on February 27th. That's the date that it comes out. Thanks. And then we see this courtroom where somebody, maybe David, is being brought into the courtroom. Okay, somebody's being brought in the courtroom. I'm not sure who this is, but and then we move on to King, maybe Saul, and then it looks like they're, doing battle plans on like this map, and then somebody is riding out. Possibly it's David when it maybe if his in the series, maybe if his parents or his dad, whoever says, "Go give this to your brothers," maybe that's what's going on here. And then somebody enters the courtroom hastily in a hurry, and they're saying the Philistines are ready, or something along those lines. And we know that means the Philistines are attacking. Now, what are these people doing with candles on the table and stuff? Maybe they're getting ready for a celebration of some sort. I mean, you really don't know what exactly creative licenses could be, taking place. And then they're right here ready for battle again. They're all, fighting, throwing what's it called? Arrows with fire on them into this camp. Maybe it's enemy camp, I don't know. But it looks like David has to confront someone. Or maybe a few people on here. Maybe with his mighty men, I don't know. But then they see... Okay, this is very interesting. Hopefully you're on the trailer so you can look at this too. There is this handprint that they find on this building. And... no, you're not distracting me. I'm just losing my thoughts somehow. But there is this handprint on the building, and it looks rather big, like a really big hand has, like rested on this building. And this guy, we don't know, I mean, I don't know who this is. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but I don't know who this is. And they put their hand where you can tell the other person, the big hand was at, and they sit there and touch it, and they say, a giant has, David notices it, a giant has been, in the camp, or something along those lines. We know who that giant is. Everybody's shocked. If you know the story, you obviously won't be shocked because we know who that is. We know how the story ends, but back last time they didn't know how it would end. And we know that who the giant was, and it was Goliath. So the hand on the building was Goliath's hand, and it was kind of interesting to me that they kind of approached it like that. No, I'm not saying it's a bad show or anything, but I feel like it's kind of interesting. Not in a bad way at all, but I feel like it's interesting. Interesting that they present it like this, or portray it like this. With Goliath's handprint on the building, they walk over there, they see the handprint, and that's how they know that giant, is in there. I mean, creative license could take you in a lot of places. And then we see this beautiful looking waterfall and maybe a rainforest or something along those lines. Let's keep going. David is picking rocks out of the brook, and somebody walks up to him, possibly Joshua. And then there's more harp playing, probably for the king. Now, who is this person with a sword standing in the water? Let me go back for a minute. Will I replay this? Okay. Now, we don't exactly, possibly, maybe even know who this person is, But let's make speculations. Let's make guesses and see if we can guess who this is. So, okay, now answer this question first. Are you on the trailer right now watching this? Yes or no in the comment section. Because if you are, go to 1 minute and 57 seconds. Because I'd like to know your thoughts on who this might be. And don't go farther than 157 yet, because I want to know your thoughts on who this might be. But let's see, they have a sword, and then after that, which it could just be because of the trailer, and it might have nothing to do with King Saul, but after that we see King Saul, I think it's King Saul, uncovering his armor. He may be giving it to David. Remember, the Bible says, sure, take my armor, or it could be Goliath's sword and shield. I mean, we really don't know here. And then we see this person throwing a shield at these two other soldiers. And then, it might be David back there walking, away from Jonathan maybe. David is maybe a little bit, not really confused. I don't know what he'd be. But he's not, maybe understanding this all the way or something. David reaches down with his foot, I believe that was, and then it starts burning. And then something happens with the water here, and we see this lady. And then, this might be Bathsheba, you don't know. But, because it's just a trailer. In red robes, in red attire, in red clothes, like a dress, and it's like, blowing in the wind here. Walking toward the palace, you see this young woman with David. In this next scene, kind of straightening his tunic maybe, and then there's more, fighting going on here. A lot of fighting, and it looks to be. And then somebody hollers, and more fighting. A city is burnt up, and it looks like this is the time when Saul and Jonathan both die in battle. There's more wars, going on. The crown is set down, even more wars. There's a lot of wars, in David's time. And if we were, okay, here's David, using his sling here. Okay, this is a new original series, and it comes out on February 27th. This House of David series. Hopefully this video so far has made you all excited about House of David. And if it has, put so in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys in the comment section. Make sure you comment. If you'd like to, and if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I'd like to hear from you in the comment section. But there's a lot to unpack in a video like this, this trailer, and yes, we know it's only on Prime here. But tell me, out of any of the scenes that maybe you got on the trailer as well and saw, which scene was your favorite? Like, which part of it that we broke down was your favorite? I'd like to know that answer. Which part of House of David that we just broke down in the trailer, which scene, or what are you most excited about to see come to life about the story of David? That's what I mean to say. What part of David's story are you most excited to see in House of David? You could put your answer in the comment section. Any part of David's life. I mean, maybe not all of David's life, but the major parts. And I feel like the most part that a lot of people are excited for is to see David and Goliath. I mean, that's a very famous story, really. And if you think about it, you'll know why. But so okay. So what part of House of David am I most excited for? I'll answer that. The most part that I'm excited for would probably be, I don't know, seeing how they put it all together. Seeing how they put Goliath in the story. What they're going to do with different parts of David's life story, his part of David's story in the series, in the movie, whatever it's called, and so I'd like to know which part of David's story, and I'm talking about David's story, nothing else. What part of David's story do you want to see, his part of his life, do you want to see in this series? Now, one of the main parts that I'm excited for is David and Goliath. Now, obviously everybody is, but, and to see how they portray the parts of David, parts of David's life that we all know and love, and we're really just, I guess, waiting for the series to come out, and at this point, we really don't have a lot to talk about House of David all that much. I honestly wish I just wanted to talk about House of David. Have you guys ever heard about House of David before in your time of maybe watching YouTube? Maybe you saw an ad about it. Have you ever heard about House of David other than this video? Yes or no? I'd like to know that. Okay, yes. I have heard it. Yes. I have heard it as well. And I don't know. I feel like it's going to be pretty good. Pretty awesome, really. It's going to be really awesome to see how how David's story unfolds in this series. We're going to be editing pretty soon. And I might not do another one of these for a little while, just because another one of these live streams. If you want me to do more, put that you want me to do more in the comment section, and I will do more if you want me to. And but if you don't want me to do more, or if you don't put that you want me to do more, then I might not do more, because there might not be much more to talk about on live streams. But so do more. I was actually thinking about it, doing at least some more, to be quite honest. And maybe about the Chosen. Okay, so let me think. Is there anything else that I need to say? I don't think so. So, yes, we'll be doing more live streams. I don't know about what yet, but I'm sure we will. And so, this is it for today. And hopefully you guys, are more excited since I did this video about House of David and all what it has to bring. The story of David and Goliath, and David becoming king, all that. David and the mighty men defeating the what's it called? The mighty men defeating the brothers of Goliath, and just different things like that. If they even show that far, I'm excited to see pretty much the whole thing. There's not any specific part that I'm really, excited for other than the whole thing, if that makes sense. So, have a great day, and we might see you tomorrow. So, see you guys later.